the same women from the 1950s. We're not gonna stand here looking slim and pretty. We're not an arm piece, here's the wife and kiddies. We don't have to ask you if we can run the city. What you gonna do when the ladies you walked in with start looking at you like you don't get an opinion? What you gonna do when we show you that we are stronger than we've ever been, bigger than the box we're in, more of us than there are them? What you gonna do? More right than your righteousness, calling out your carelessness, we're pissed off and venomous. What you gonna do? You know you can't last longer. My womb is 10 times stronger. My advice to you, if you're having any doubt, fuck around and find out.
When does the brain finish developing? 33 weeks. When does the heart finish developing? 10 weeks. You're telling me that something that does not have a brain or internal organs is the same as a living, breathing, conscious, autonomous human being? Are you out of your mind? Now you're going to go, oh, the Bible says, no, it doesn't. First of all, the Bible shouldn't be making laws. Second of all, no, it doesn't. The Bible across the board designates life at first breath. And let's take a little peek here at Exodus 21. We're going to go down to this green verse here. It says, verse 22, if men are fighting and they hit a pregnant woman and she miscarries, but there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined whatever the woman's husband demands and the court allows. But if there is serious injury or she dies, you are to take a life for a life. The book of Exodus designates the fetus as having property value and the woman as having the value of human life. And also, I know you don't read the red words, but Christ never talked about abortion and in fact altered marriage law to protect women more because men were abusing it. When Roe was overturned, we said this is an attack on women. They're going to start prosecuting women for miscarriages. They're going to attack birth control and they're going to attack childless women and start to force women to give birth. And we're like, oh my God, you raging lunatics. Remember, guess what? Prosecutors have now announced in West Virginia that women should start self-reporting miscarriages so that it can be investigated and that they will be criminally investigating every miscarriage. We have had women already arrested for miscarriages. And now the Southern Baptist Convention is meeting in Dallas right now, and they're opposing same-sex marriage, they're opposing porn, and willful childlessness, meaning that they are going to ask the government on the federal level to restrict these actions. They have overwhelmingly voted to overturn marriage equality and pursue that to the Supreme Court in alignment with the Beckett Fund and the ADF. And now they're attacking willful childlessness. In Texas, they're investigating the water supply to see if they can detect abortion medication or birth control so that they can claim it's polluting the water supply. And the Southern Baptist Convention is now getting ready to ban churches that have female pastors, even though Paul praised women who were in ministry and nominated the only deacon that we know by name in the New Testament. And they want to criminally charge women who have abortions.
And this will be more.
Where did I stutter? Where did I fucking lie? Because the Southern Baptist Convention is the muscle behind the machine of the Heritage Foundation, founded by Paul Wyrick and Jerry Falwell, and the people who decided to make abortion the topic when they lost the battle for desegregation. Because all of this is founded on racism. Every single bit of it. It's not from the Bible because you didn't fucking read it. It's not from the Bible. Because if you support a woman being plugged into life support for months against her family's wishes, even though the fetus isn't Bible, you don't give a shit about women and you don't understand the value of human life. Human life means nothing to you, control does. The reason that Afghanistan went from this in the 1970s to this now is because religious fundamentalist men let it happen. Because women's rights being stripped didn't affect them. It didn't affect their education or their healthcare or their opportunity, but it did allow them to control women. Because women used to hold public office and be doctors in Afghanistan, and now they're not allowed to have windows in rooms where women can be seen. Shut the fuck up and stand for women. Bigger than the box we're in, more of us than there are them. What you gonna do? More right than your righteousness, calling out your carelessness, we're pissed off and venomous. What you gonna do? You know you can't last longer. My womb is 10 times stronger. My advice to you, if you're having any fuck around and find out. Go ahead. Keep taking away our rights. Fuck around and find out. Because you are amassing an army. Good luck, motherfuckers. Fuck around and find out. You're gonna need it. Fuck around and find out.